think somebody had kept kind of bothering me a little bit. I don't want to say bother because people came to the show, but someone was being aggressive, kept asking me for something like, will you do this? Can you do this thing? Can you make me a video? And I feel like I was like, look, lady, I'm just trying to take my own life, okay? It's been a tough couple of months or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, that's the only place I can imagine that I would kind of say something like that. Or if I would just kind of said it flippantly or something. But I was trying to think of like what retort. Because it's not like I was like, hey guys, I'm just trying not to take my own life. It's been a tough couple of months. It's not like I was making a speech like that to somebody. But yeah, we left out of there and we thought like, oh shit, everything's good.
Yeah.
I think we got it. Let's wait and see in the edit. We went out to some country bar. We had a great time. Glenny Balls was there. My buddy Aaron was there. And then we wake up in the morning and there was just like a ton of shit online.
Yeah.
And I was like, I just can't even deal with all this. It made me learn a lot about online. And I didn't even look at it. Like I didn't even look at any of that stuff. And I haven't looked at any of the articles. One of them popped up when I was scrolling. It was like Theo bombs Netflix or something, which wasn't even true. It was just like, and there were moments during the show. It was like, look, guys, I'm just having a tough time. You know, like I remember I went out there on stage and my mouth immediately got extremely dry. And I was like, oh man, something is wrong.
Anxiety. You're excited and nervous about doing something so important to you.
That hadn't happened this whole time. Like, you know, and I was like, well, I can't go to my stool and get water right now. I just walked on stage. Like they're clapping. I can't fucking take a break already. You know, like
they're like, didn't you get water backstage, man? You're like, there's no water back there, man. We keep it all on the stool. We don't got it back there, brother. It's only on the stool.
Like the guy that shits when he gets right to work, dude.
Right. The moment he walks in the door. I got to shit right away. That's what it feels. I think it's an overwhelming feeling that cannot be articulated. I'm not smart enough to do it, but I do know what that feels like as a comic. But so what are you going to do now? You feel like you want to tape it again?
I literally, yesterday they just sent me another cut of like, I gave them some notes on a cut.
Yeah.
They're sending me another cut. It might be fine. So we had 2 good halves.
Yeah.
So I'm looking to see, but then also like there's some stuff, I just wanted to have a little bit more of a story to it, which was the reason I was trying to have a little bit more feeling and emotion so I could kind of like have a little bit more storyline in there. About like growing up and life and a little, you know, and maybe that's me I was trying to do too much. I don't know. But, you start to realize that these are kind of, they're kind of like photo albums for, you know, your time and, or time you spent with this material. I mean, Neil Brennan said to me right before the show, he goes, hey man, this will be the last time you maybe ever do this material. So go out and have a great time with it, enjoy it, you know, take your time with it, get the, you know, these are things that have brought you close to people and that have brought people out and hopefully sometimes made people laugh. And so it was just like, there was just a lot going on, dude. And I was just like, I think I was just spreading myself too thin. I don't know. It was just a lot of shit. And I just don't know if I landed it as well as I would have liked to. But we had to restart a couple times. There was like a thing where I was like directing in my head because I wasn't, getting like certain information. I was like, well, if the stool was here in the first one, does it need to be there in the second one?
Right.
And where do I put it when I move it? Just little things like that. And then they had like 5 extra people there that didn't need to be there. It was like they would radio and it would just go to the person right next to him. And it was like, we're living in a fucking... I almost thought it was somebody was playing a prank on me. And then I just gotten a security guy. So there's this fucking guy who was just fucking... I mean, you could put a piece of coal in his hand in the morning and you'd have a fucking...
diamond when it comes out?
Oh, you'd have a fucking piece of coal that looked like it had a grill on it. You know what I'm saying? At least by the afternoon, like a fucking tough guy. And he'd been like stopping some of my friends. I just didn't even... Everything was just kind of like a lot.
But
so,
where'd you find this guy, by the way? I'm always fascinated with security guards.
We found a guy, somebody in Nashville set us up with a guy that was there.
Like a ex-military?
I think so. Maybe cop, fire department, FBI, undercover cop.
Local mall security.
High school narc.
I'm just going to get a guy that did ROTC in college. I don't even want...
That's what I want. I want a guy that did ROTC with that wooden gun and uses Test 200. That's what I want.
Yeah. My college roommate, my freshman year, my buddy Evan, he did ROTC and he got kicked out. You know how hard that is? It's impossible. They need you in there. They were like, brother, you're not running in the morning. You're out. You got to go. And he couldn't wake up. He didn't do the exercises, and they were like, "You're out."
Yeah.
And we've almost never kicked anybody out of Arizona State ROTC. It was like, they're begging for people. Shout out to Ev. The only guy I know that could get asked to leave ROTC. He was like, I'm committed. I was like, I don't think so. There he is, spinning guns.
Fuck yeah, dude. Well, the crazy is you can tell when an ROTC guy's in the military because the rest of the guys are like lined up firing at the enemy, and this guy's just fucking whipping his shit in
Doing
a circle.
tricks.
Yeah, he's just fucking flipping his shit and buying Camaros online. Yeah. Dude, all the ROTC guys.
Camaros or Mustangs. The Camaros or Mustangs. They gotta be. It's either a Camaro or it's a 5.0, baby.
Oh, dude, all the ROTC guys in our high school, all they would do was buy these fucking cars, super. Like they would buy sometimes. It would be, if they could, it'd be a nice Camaro, but every now and then some guy would like get jealous of the guy that had a nice Camaro, and he would get like a piece of shit and just put like a fucking $2,000 engine in that bitch, and it would just fucking. You know that car when you were a kid? Dude. If you backed it up, you put it on the ground and backed it up.